I'm gonna ramble, but try to keep up. I'm simply gonna go through just some realizations, or not really realizations. I've known this for a while, but some views, some ideologies, and just something you might want to think about. So, we exist to perceive things. We perceive things through energy being translated through our eyes to our brain, which then we perceive to our consciousness as an image of this, of say this computer, this my glass table, this we feel through our fingers with these electricity. We can't go through it because electricity is preventing us, and between the energy, keeping it from doing anything except for maybe bending because it's weaker in some aspects, but I can't go through it because of my perception. Because of how our fingers are, how we are made to perceive things as solid rather than like a liquid which we can go through, which really just defies. And the only thing, and you can't really go through anything except for energy, which we are going through all the time because even though we're going through air going around us, but we all have an electric field around us too. So if that's the case, that means the only thing that exists is energy. But then it goes back into the question of what created energy, why is there energy, what is energy? Energy is, again, we perceive energy, we made energy, we perceive it as we come out here, meaning energy cannot exist. So if energy does not exist, but it still exists in our perception, that means the only thing that exists is complete consciousness, and complete consciousness only exists through energy. So if energy doesn't exist but complete consciousness exists, it divides itself, leading to zero. Zero is infinity. Even though people might think it's a lack, it's infinity. But infinity is a lack, meaning that, again, it contradicts. So what do you get when the contradictory contradicts itself? You got nothing. So it's almost a little messed up. It almost makes you feel inadequate that there is nothing. We are nothing. Nothing is nothing. But nothing is everything, but everything is nothing. Try to wrap your head around that. I still can't, but I do. All at the same time. It's fucked up. But then think about this. I follow the Zeitgeist movement, the Venus Project, to try to free people from the tyranny of our world. But what am I freeing people from? Creativity is taught. Perception is taught. Except for some of the stuff that's natural inside our brain. As physical stuff, as I said. Or vision, or smell, so on and so forth, taste. But we're trying to prevent, we're trying to make it so if creativity is taught, I'm trying to free people from that being taught. But then again, as soon as I free people from that, people will corrupt themselves. Which is creativity. Creativity, intelligence, creativity, ethics, anything of the sort would be socially. So that means everybody's corrupting everybody, which is corrupting themselves, which almost defies the idea of corruption. So really, is what the elite's doing really corrupt, or is it just them using the logic of how corruption works or as we see corruption? So if they're corrupting us, but once we get rid of them, we'd corrupt each other in a free society, are we truly free? It makes you wonder. So then it goes on to many aspects, like what are we really fighting for? What are we fighting for? Are we fighting for freedom? Or are we fighting to allow people to corrupt themselves? It makes you wonder. So what is true? So if true freedom is allowing everybody to corrupt each other and themselves, if that's freedom, then that defies the idea of freedom, which then cancels each other out, which again leads to the infinity, the lack of infinity, but the infinity nevertheless. But again, try to wrap your mind around that. And it's so messed up. It's slightly even morbid, but again, we created this as an aspect of something we see wrong. But what is wrong? Because wrong could be right, but we're taught it's wrong because we perceive it as wrong from what we're taught. It's mind-boggling. It's messed up, but that's the case. So, that's it for this video. Peace out.